today we'll be discussing whether or not you hate or love your phone.
We're doing a podcast about if we like our phones. There we go. Hello, today we're doing a podcast about if you like your phone or not.
I really think that like your phone can be like an advantage and a disadvantage. I feel like your phone might is useful for some stuff like schoolwork. Like it can also be used for entertainment, but it can also be used for it can really be a distraction, and it can even distract you in work when doing work like it does for me. But
I feel like with your phone, it is like a love-hate relationship. Like you hate it some days and you love it some days. As you said, it can be very beneficial and it can also distract you quite a lot. But I feel like the main important things with phone is how you handle them and what your intentions are. If you want them to be a distraction, they can easily be a distraction for you. But if you want them to be beneficial, they will benefit you in quite a few ways. And I feel like the best thing for that is just giving yourself boundaries. So if by you like deleting the apps that you think, oh no, this is going to distract me, by maybe putting some screen time to and I'm not saying that you can't use like social media and stuff like that, like you can, but like to a limit, if you get me.
yeah.
So like nothing should be like used overly, and
I feel
there's
like
no harm on using it a little bit.
yeah, I feel like some like social media apps are a bit toxic, and some people like they find that hard to cope with. So they try to they can either log off of the app or they usually delete it. But I just feel like the way you use it, like you said, is how it like dictates if you love or you hate your phone. But there can also be benefits and advantages, like I said, with schoolwork, catching up with the work, and yeah, I just feel like it's just your phone is very useful in my opinion.
And also what I think is, like, I know a lot of people could have like different views and opinions, but what I think is it's never good to have your phone too early. So I feel like the later you have it, the better it is, because you're more mature as a person. So when you're mature and you know what is good and bad for you, you know how to like cope with the phone, how to use it accurately and like correctly, make sure it's not a distraction. But when you're still not sure and still not like mature and you don't really like, care and stuff, you're not gonna really care and you're just gonna take your phone as the biggest distraction, not really benefit from it that much, maybe even be toxic and like bully others and harm others, which is really not good.
Yeah, yeah. Like when it comes to your phone, like the older people will know how to handle it better because they probably have experiences when it comes to phones. But like when you're a young age, you still don't fully understand like the hazards and the like dangerous side of like social media, the usage of your phone. So I really think that like the younger people should really be careful with how they deal with this because there can be people out there that like are dangerous and are harmful.
And also like a lot of people kind of disguise themselves, not like I know on social media there are a lot of debates about like wide topics, and that can get very like aggressive, but you always need to remember that you do not know who you're talking with. So imagine you are a 17-year-old and you're debating a very like important and maybe like I forgot the word. Oh no. Okay, wait. You're debating a very important and something that you really care about, but then you always need to put this in your mind that you might be talking to an 11-year-old or even a 10-year-old, so you never know who you're debating like to. So imagine you're debating like such an important topic to you and you're getting your emotions like so angry when actually they can be like a 10, 11-year-old that are not educated in that topic and have no idea what they're on about, and that can still make an impact in you, which I feel like is useless, and it's not even necessarily at all, because that's why like with social media you don't know who you're talking to, especially when you're not talking to your friends and your account like is public and like you talk to random strangers. That is where the problems happen, the toxic people kind of slide in.
Yeah, but I feel like if you are going to use social media or like use your phone, then like the younger people should like put their accounts on private. That way, nobody will access them, and they will like see any requests, and they can either like follow them or decline them. So it's up to them, but they should really do that because they really don't know who's like who they're texting and who they're messaging, like you said. So
Yeah,
Dylan, have you?
bullying is like a very, very, very like important topic that needs to be discussed because like that can really damage your mental health. Like when just random strangers are talking to you about like everything that's bad about you that you might have not even known about before using social media that really puts you down. And I know so much people who like have suicidal thoughts because of it, and it's so bad.
Yeah, especially because of cyberbullying, because like there's a lot of people, especially like younger people, who like go into the internet and they don't know, like they make them say harmful things, and they don't really truly know that person, and it might affect them and lead to depression. Maybe even they may even have suicidal thoughts. So you never really know who you're talking to. That's why like people should be very careful, like I said, and they should just like have their family consent of on their like if they can download the app, because some people nowadays, they don't really get the consent of their parents, and they normally do what they like, but they don't really know what's out there. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's also very easy to write something horrible and nasty just from your screen or from like your laptop screen or wherever. You don't understand the impact it makes on the other half, the other side of the person. So you could easily just write something like, "Oh my gosh, you look so ugly," and that can really impact that person, even when you don't think it's even that big of a deal. You might say, "Oh, why did they take me seriously? I was just joking," or something like
Yeah.
that. When actually, it really, really makes a big difference.
Yeah, and I feel like some people are really like emotional and just emotional, and I'm like that type of person. I can get jokes, but like sometimes if
Can
people take
you?
it too far, come out. If people like take jokes too far, then I'd get like emotional, not even just sad. I maybe even get angry. But I just feel like that's why people should be aware of like what they say. But there is a difference between joking about and knowing the limits, especially if you don't know the person or if it's your friend. So I just feel like people should again be careful. But yeah, Dylan, have you had any experiences with social media? Can't even speak properly. Social media or like the usage of your phone.
But I didn't hear you. What you say?
Do you have like any experiences? Like, do you have apps downloaded? Have you had like any experiences? Maybe I don't know. You like your phone, maybe you don't like your phone. Because you all said negative stuff. Maybe there's a positive point of view coming
There
from
are
you.
very, very positive things as well about phones.
Yeah.
I use my phone constantly. Like when I'm drawing something, when I'm talking to my friends. I pretty much when I do everything, I do it on my phone.
That's actually really important. I feel like the point you picked up from, because I feel like um like like ages ago they didn't really have like any way to communicate with people, but nowadays because technology is so advanced, we have like different ways of communicating with family and with friends. So I feel like that's an advantage as well, especially if somebody is lonely and they need like support. They can always turn to family and friends. So that can be a positive way of like using your phone.
And also, as a religious person, you get good deeds when like contacting family members, especially like when they're far and you don't really talk to them that much, even in like, that certain occasion. And I feel like a lot of people are starting to forget that and only start to like call their friends like on a daily basis and forget about their family members because they don't really talk to them that much. When actually, as we do have a phone, we have that opportunity too. So why not? If you get what I mean? Like even me myself, like sometimes you forget that, oh yeah, I have family members like outside of UK,
Yeah.
and
The
like
thing
I
is,
need to contact and like see how they are, catch up on.
sometimes it's just a lack of laziness. Sometimes like people have different lives, and on top of that there's different time zones. You maybe you in the UK, it might be 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and in, I don't know, in a different country, like your family in Libya, it might be like, I don't know, 10 o'clock in the night. So you just have to be careful again when using your phone.
But
Yeah,
also, like, you have to think about it in the positive side. Without your
yeah,
phone, you might not be able to do a lot of stuff. So, like, for example, my learning, my education, my phone benefits me so much. And even forget about your phone, like, the internet
yeah,
benefits me so much, because whenever I don't understand something, especially with home learning and coronavirus and this lockdown, as we were talking about before, without Google, I don't know how I would have made it through this 3 months, couple of months at home. Like, anything I don't understand, I just search it up, Google it up, and I'll get the answer. I'll reach the answer somehow. And like,
yeah.
without that, it would, I don't know what I would do. That would be very
Yeah,
challenging.
yeah, I get what you mean, because I feel like when you have like your phone and you're unsure of like what to do, like it doesn't have to be education. It can just be a random question. If you search on Google, multiple answers come up, and straight away you'll know the answers. If you don't understand the answer to your question, then you can always type a website suitable for your age. So, for example, BBC Bite Size is really good. So I feel like there's like multiple sources of ways to get your information that you want. So that's an advantage as well. And like it can be exercise as well. Exercising, like there's this app on your phone where you can keep track of like your steps, and like even your phone, it can communicate. If you have a watch, you can communicate how many steps you do each day. Say for example, you have an Apple Watch, you can connect it to the Bluetooth onto your phone, and then you'll see the information. That's really important as well. There's so many points that, yeah,
Because it is getting every year, more projects are coming out, they're discovering more stuff. That just gives you the urge on buying the latest things, which can really kind of affect you financially, because I can't say they're cheap. They're really not.
yeah,
And when you always want to get the latest things, that can really affect you, because like, imagine you don't have the latest phone and all your friends have the latest phone. That can really affect you mentally, because you
especially,
want to be
yeah.
like everyone else. You don't want to feel like left behind or
Um,
out.
yeah, I feel like that's really important. I feel like because like now because like we're stuck at home, I feel like people always just want to buy the latest things, and because they see it on their friend's story or they see that their friend got it, they want to get it as well. And their family might not be financially stable, so they can go to their parents and say, "Oh, can I get a phone?" And they might say, "Oh no, I don't have enough money," and stuff like that. They might get angry at them. That's really important as well. Like that's a disadvantage of like using phones as well. And to carry on with your point about like communicating with your family, I feel like that can be a disadvantage as well. Because I feel like if you always communicate through the phone, you won't actually like meet up with them. If that kind of makes sense with you.
Yeah, I was
So
kind of talking about like family far away that you can't see
yeah,
them that oftenly and still like catch up on them. So for example, as you said, my family do live in Libya. That I can't see them every week, can I? Not really, especially
yeah.
in this lockdown. I haven't seen them for like 3 years.
I
That
feel
doesn't
like
mean I'm not going to speak to them in 3 years, does it? No. So with the internet and with phones, I can make those phone calls that can make me get closer and not ruin that bond between us.
So one question, what's more important, to be able to do your things like your exercises on your phone and watch YouTube, or speak with family members?
that's actually very
I think that contacting family members is better and more beneficial, because if I had to choose between both, I can do exercise without my phone very easily. I don't need to rely on my phone for the exercise, but without the phone, I cannot contact my family members far away. So I think this is like a really good way to wrap up. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment down below if you have any recommendations on different topics you'd like us to talk about.